I'm Mariella Jane here on Smartest Solutions. So first of all, I want to congratulate you on taking a few minutes to work on your business, not just in your business. I know you're busy. It's very smart to work on your business for a little bit. Well, obviously, this is a pre-recorded video and explanation, and I'm going to prove to you how I'm going to automatically increase your repeat business, and I'm going to automatically bring in new business, and it's going to prove to never be a cost. So how's that sound? So we're only talking about a cost of a cup of coffee anyway, and I'm going to literally add tens of thousands of dollars to your bottom line of additional income. And I'm so confident of this, I'm going to give you a bunch of stuff for free, including my 40 years of marketing experience for free. Now, I'll be using some generic numbers, but when you schedule a one-to-one Zoom call or a phone call with me, I'll be glad to go over your exact numbers, okay? So you can book that on takeafewminutesnow.com or just call me at 603-490-4371 and we'll go over all the details, okay? So let's get to it. So like I said, I have 40 years of marketing experience myself, and I'm going to share this with you. I've partnered up with a company called Centex. They've been in business for 16 years. They have over 30,000 merchants already signed up for their programs, and millions of text messages are sent out every single month, right? Because thousands of consumers are opting in, giving permission for the merchants to communicate with them this way. Make sense? So it's working for the consumers and it's working for the merchants because they're making money. So I think you would agree that if you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to get the same results, right? Well, maybe now it's time to try something proven to work that's a little different, okay? But if you Google this, you're going to see that nearly 90% of consumers check their text messages more than 10 times a day. So doesn't it make sense to use text message marketing to get your message out, to get your offer out? Because they're not going to see it otherwise. Social media is in the single digits, emailing is less than 20%, and 98% of the people will see their text messages within 3 minutes. So by far, text message marketing is the best communication method out there. And it's an action-causing tool. Okay, I'll explain that in a minute. It causes sales and therefore more money for you. So I'm going to show you the Centex Solutions Repeat Business Program. And we're going to promise you that we're going to increase your repeat business, we're going to increase your foot traffic, and we're going to increase new business, all for the price of a cup of coffee. Okay? Now, it's not going to be an expense because if a cup of coffee costs $3 or $5 and they're making you $100, $200, there's no expense there, right? I'm going to show it to you. It's going to be common sense, right? I'm going to give you some rough generic numbers like I mentioned, but you're going to be able to do your own. Let's just say 50 people come into your business every day. If I only use a 10% redemption rate, people signing up for this, we normally get 30 to 50%, but I'm going to be super conservative and only use 10%. So you can pretty much triple these numbers, okay? So 50 people, 10%, that's 5 people a day signing up. We're going to use 30 days in a month. There's 150 people in a month signing up for this program, giving you permission to text message market. Now, if I can get your customers to come in at least one more time a month, would that help you out? Just one more time. Not 2, 3, 4, which will probably happen, but just one. Again, being super conservative. So there's 150 people coming in additional each month. Let's say your average ticket's only $20. Month 1, that's an additional $3,000. Month 2, your list is growing, right? More people are coming in. Now you've generated the list to grow a little bit bigger, and now you do the math, and it's $6,000 month 2, $9,000 month 3. By the end of the 3rd month, we've added $18,000 to your bottom line. That's $72,000 a year. Would that help you out? Would that make you happy? Right? Let's just say you have 100 people coming in. Again, 10%, only one more time a month. Look at those numbers. An extra $200,000 a year. Let's say you're a small boutique. You only have 20 people coming in, and you have an average ticket of $30. That's an extra $43,000 a year added to your bottom line. So take a screenshot of this and do your own math. How many people come into your store every day? And what's your average ticket? Okay? You're going to be able to see it right then and there. So we're going to show you how to increase your revenue with repeat customers. Because if you Google it, you'll see, and you probably already know this, 65% of your customers comes from repeat business, right? And they bring in family and friends, and that's how you get new customers. And we all know, my 40 years, word of mouth is your best form of advertising, right? This is just better word of mouth, and family and friends are far, far, far cheaper than any paid advertising. Now, this program is different, better, and definitely more effective than regular POS systems. We are not a POS system. We work as a standalone, but it's better than any POS system because our system gets you new customers. A typical POS system only captures if they buy, right? And if you use it. So we capture the cell phones of the people who opt in to encourage them to buy and also to spend more. Does that make sense? Okay, the consumers, one, understand that they're opting in, they're giving you permission, right? They understand, they know what they're doing, they're actually doing it themselves. And like I said, it works as a standalone unit. It works with or without your POS system, so you never lose your data if you do change POS systems. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how we're going to set you up. We know how to do this. We're experts in the field for 16 years. Okay? We're going to give you for free, because we put our money where our mouth is, the use of a kiosk with the pre-programmed software for your particular business. If you can take this unit and you can plug it into an outlet, that's all you have to do. We're going to give you free signage. I'm going to give you a 2-foot by 5-foot standing banner. I'm going to give you 100 4x6 cards so you can place them around your location, social media graphics, and free buttons for your staff. Like I said, we're really, really good at developing this list so that the automated program can work its magic and bring in more repeat business. Okay? The consumer will either sign up at the kiosk, they love doing that, or they'll use the QR code that's on the signs or the keyword that's on the signs with the 800 number that we set up for you. It's a set it and forget it for you. We do all this pre-programmed for you. Okay? Now, anytime you do any other advertising, like I used to be in the direct mail advertising for 20 years, about 20 years ago, right? I wish I had this program to recommend to my merchants. You'll put the QR code and your keyword on the advertising. What does that do? It gets you more bang for your buck for the advertising, first of all, right? And it draws in new customers. A POS system that they have to come in to make a purchase can't do this. I can't do it. Okay? So we're going to set you up with all this signage, all the software for free. Now, why does our program work best? Well, again, we use text message marketing. It's not social media. That's in the single digits as far as people seeing your ad. And emailing is less than 20. 98% of the people will see their text message within 3 minutes. That's why text message marketing is a smarter way to go. Okay? We have an automated program. You do nothing. Okay? Now, if you do want to drive business on a slow time or a sale or a promotion or event, or you want to sell gift certificates, you can do that as well. You take our platform, you type in what you want to say, and you hit send, and it goes out to everybody who's opted in, and they're going to see your message. They're going to know what's going on in your business because they see it on their cell phone. Okay? The other huge difference between us and anything else is that we do not use a point system. Think of this. If you have like a rewards program or a loyalty program, they have to, one, remember that they have one with you, okay? They have to motivate themselves to come to your place of business, not your competition's. They have to come several times to get a few points, to get a few dollars. Really no big deal, and that's why they're not that effective, okay? We use tiny incentives, and we send it via text that they opted in, that they know they opted in for. It causes action. It gets them off their couch and pulls them in to make a sale, okay? Now again, you have to stay top of mind. That's why all these other major brands use this type of program, but ours is totally different, like I mentioned. Again, we don't use a point system, but you have to stay top of mind, all right? Let me show you the features of what we offer. This is all automated, okay? They're gonna get an initial offer. They could use it one time, they show it, that they redeem it, okay? Now, 3 hours later, they're going to get a text for 10% off that they get to use within 7 days. Again, motivating them to give them the opportunity to come in one more time, and it's also a thank you for joining the VIP club. Okay? We miss you text. They don't come in within 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 days. We send them tiny incentives, starting off at 5%. And we can cap that off or even do that with dollar figures. Whatever you want to do, I'll work with you on that. But it's a great reminder to come on in if they haven't come in. Think of this. If a customer comes into your place of business one time, you never know if they're going to come back. This is a way of capturing the information so you can pull them back in, okay? Because if they don't sign up or you don't have a system like this, you may never see them again, okay? On their 5th visit, they get a 10% incentive, just a little thank you. Every 30 days, they get a 10% incentive, a little tap on their shoulder. They see it on their cell phone. It motivates them to come on in and make a purchase. And it also will drive higher sales, okay? Just that extra 10%, they'll end up spending more money, trust me. Now, you also stay top of mind. Again, they may not take advantage of that one particular text that one particular day, but it keeps you top of mind. It keeps them coming to your place of business versus your competition. Everybody has competition because consumers only have a certain amount of discretionary income to spend, right? You want them to spend it with you, and not somewhere else or your competition. On their birthday, I love this one, we suggest 20%. People love to be recognized on their birthday, right? Well, your competition's not doing this, but you are going to be able to do it automatically. Same thing on the anniversary date of sign up. Google review is another great way of getting new customers. Now, after their second visit, because they've been there once, they've been there twice, we ask them for a Google review. What's this going to do for you? You're going to get more consistent Google reviews automatically. You're going to get higher in the search engines, which will get you more new customers automatically. Okay, all that is the minute they put their phone number in their name and their birthday, it's all done for you. Now, if you do have a slow day or a sale or an event or a promotion, you can randomly text at will. So it's like an ATM machine for you, right? Make sense? All right, so let me sum it up. We're going to give you the free kiosk with the software pre-programmed. You just plug it in. We're going to give you the 2-foot by 5-foot standing banner with the QR code and the 800 number already programmed. 100 4x6 cards, social media graphics, 20 buttons for your staff, and me. Now, the ROI that I kind of demonstrated for you there, might that be worth $3 or $5 a day to get those type of results? Of course. It's a no-brainer. Your first customer of the day pays for itself. Let me explain it further. There are no setup costs because I'm waiving the regular $499 setup fee. Waiving it. So you get all that stuff for free. $3 a day is obviously $99 a month. With that, you get 500 SMS messages. Anything over that, or opt-ins or MMS, which is pictures, that's 9.9 cents. It's only $9.90 for every 100. Okay? It's a 9-month contract. You get to try it for 9 months. Now, you can always start there and upgrade. But a lot of people like to go to this one because it's less than $5 a day. It's like $4.63 a day. It's only $139 a month, but you get 3 times the amount of messages, 1,500 messages. And the overages are only 7.9 cents. Make sense? Again, every single day, it pays for itself because every single day you're making $3 or $5, right? The entire program will pay for itself really in the first month, first 1 or 2 months, right? Do your own ROI. You see it there. It's kind of a no-brainer. Now, the one I just explained to you was a 9-month you get to try it contract, okay? That's why I'm waiving the setup fee, okay? If you have a fear of commitment, that's fine. Do it month to month. That's okay. But I do have to charge you the setup fee. I'm only going to charge you $3.99 versus $4.99. But you can split the $3.99 up to 2 or 3 payments, okay? And it's $119 versus $199 and $159 versus $139. Basically, just try it. It's kind of a no-brainer, right? The math is the math. I can have you set up in 24 to 48 hours. We're talking about the price of a cup of coffee. You pick $3 or $5. Start at 3, upgrade. Doesn't matter. On a side note, we have a sister company called Centex Capital. We do lend unsecured working capital to businesses. You can go to MaryEllenGetsMoneyFast.com and look there, or just call me. All right, but we're talking about this right now. So again, you get all that free stuff. You get the automated communication to all your customers who give permission. You have the at-will communication during the slow times or events. You get to capture new customers with the QR code and any other advertising. You have the edge over your competition. It's a smarter, better, more effective way to drive more repeat business, and it's not a point system. We have no setup cost. It's never an expense, and I showed you the tremendous ROI. It's better than anything out there. It makes sense. Because think of this, if you don't get your contact information, how are you going to tell them what's going on in your business? This way, everybody sees it. It's a big mistake to let customers walk out the door without getting their number. And again, you get more bang for a buck from any other advertising that you do. And this is where you get my 40 years of marketing experience for free, because I'll give you great ideas on how to use that. So again, do your own ROI. Give me a call. You want to set up a Zoom call, a private Zoom call with me? Take afewminutesnow.com or call me. We'll schedule it up. I really hope that you see the value in this, and I really hope that you understand that this is far better than anything. It gets the new customers to come in, and it gets them to come in more often. Make sense? All right, looking forward to hearing from you. All right, take care.